men. There isn't really any details on the summary, which isn't common, but I'm telling you, this is the craziest episode I've seen, and it explains the meaning of Pete. So just a warning, this one's pretty shocking. We learn about a Manhattan club, and there's the goat again. They're going through initiations, and they're about to initiate Joe Cobb. But this is where it gets crazy. This initiation begins, and Joe has to shake hands with this bizarre demon statue with horns. They call this thing King Kazuka's. Wait, hold up. Why do they have to shake hands with this scary thing? It's definitely some type of demon. And look at the wall. There's a skull and crossbones with a swastika. Where would orphans learn such a thing? So what they do is they spin Joe around and then they spank his butt. Remember the paddle from earlier? What's even going on? I couldn't believe it when I was watching it. They even electrocute Joe, or the chubby kid, and then guess what they do? They paint a black circle around his eye. Then it says, "I'm a member now." The black circle is the same black circle that's on Pete. So this is what it means? An orphan that's been initiated into a secret club. An orphan that has shaked hands with a demon and then been spanked? This is literally a humiliation ritual where they throw eggs at Joe's face. Then after the initiation is done, they threaten to chop off his appendix if he ever speaks about what happened during the ritual. Bro, this is not for kids. So he has to keep silent or all of this a secret? Then he pretends to be a cop. Apparently his father's off somewhere because he's not home, and so Joe pretends to be a cop to scare the other orphans, and they believe it. So now he makes his way to the top of the club. I would love anyone who knows a lot about the show to explain to me what this episode is about, because that's what I got from it. I don't see how it could be interpreted any other way. Which then raises even more questions. Why is this show about orphans in a secret society being moved around constantly? Now some of you may be like, okay, well, I don't get it, so what if they're orphans? Well, let me explain. The idea is that this is not explicitly mentioned in the summaries of the show, and it's definitely not categorized or remembered that way at all. Most people remember it as a classic old-time show with children just being children. It's not mentioned in the summaries of the show that they are parentless or even in a secret society. It's not mentioned in the forums. It's not mentioned anywhere that I could find that these kids are orphans, although it's blatantly a part of the lore. Once we establish that they're orphans, the show takes a new perspective because they're constantly being moved to different living situations and parents, which makes it really sad and not funny at all. There are many early movies about orphans. How could this early period of Hollywood be considered progress or the golden era, yet there are countless references to orphans living on the streets? Perhaps this was reflective of the time and there were a bunch of orphans that needed parents in the early 1900s. But where did these orphans come from? I'm not going to go into the whole Little Rascals curse stuff, but you can go down that route and come to your own conclusions. I'm not saying it's true, because there are some members who lived happy lives. However, some of the cast died in tragic ways. So yeah, that's about it for now. I just sort of wanted to go over some of the weirdest episodes of this classic TV show that's obviously about orphans. If anyone knows what that episode is with the cabbage dealer and Alfalfa, we'd love some help with finding whatever that may be. It could be another movie, or perhaps Alfalfa wasn't in it and it was another character. But here's the description just in case you want to search for it. Let us know if there's anything else involving the Little Rascals, Cabbage Patches, or orphans in early Hollywood that would be of interest. We're very thankful for all your comments, so please let us know what you think. If you wish to support us, please consider checking out our first book, which is on the Cabbage Babies. Thanks for watching, and all we can hope is that our minds may be unveiled.
Let go of everything you think to be true. Relax the mind and ask the question, do I truly understand what this reality is?